Welcome back to the channel. So today we have something kind of unexpected. I had, as always, a deal pop up on some Z's or some Z stuff, and well, I couldn't say no. I'm kind of looking at it as to be a somewhat quick flip. Hopefully I can figure it out. Someone is dropping a Z off here momentarily, probably an hour and a half. And we have another one getting dropped off within the next hour of that. It comes with a whole bunch of parts. I'm super excited to get onto these projects. Obviously, we're not going to be really diving into them fully yet, at least one of them. The other one, like I said, we're going to try to make it a quick flip, fix it, maybe service it, do some timing, send it on its way. I know I've had a couple of you guys reach out and ask about Z's that I have, or if I have any for sale. Well, this is going to be one of them. I have another one over in my hometown that I have not got to yet. I actually have two that I'm wanting to put together. So if any of you guys are interested in any Z32s that are close to the Indiana area, feel free to reach out from the description below and you can get a hold of me and contact me. But what we have to do before then is we're actually getting a 2+2 on trade for work on this thing. And we actually got this engine back here as well. This was his and now it's mine. So we officially have 22 VGs. So we got to do some testing on them, get some right, make sure they're good, especially this one. Like we just did a compression test, everything checked out, at least 120 per cylinder. That's with a super low battery. So right now, let's get our spark plugs back in this thing. It's only running on 3 cylinders, but that's fine. I literally just need to move it out, move it over for the time being so we can make room for not only Gabby's car to get in here because I need to service it a little bit, but we have a black 2+0 that's Hunter's out here that we need to do a timing kit on. Welcome to the 300ZX madness, and I hope you guys are excited because I am. I've been getting a lot of stuff done lately, so we're just going to add more to the pile and keep on chugging along. Something I forgot to mention over here in the last video, technically we did mention the fact that it does not go in reverse even though it goes in drive and moves forward because it's an automatic car. Autos. Auto Tragic's more like it. But when we pulled the MAF out so we could actually put the MAF and T-piece on the car instead of using the one that I have, check out what we found inside. We dumped all of that out of this MAF. It's literally cake full of stuff. So, not sure if there's just a bunch of crud down here in the filter or what, but that's going to be a whole nother animal. Thank goodness we did not keep that on or throw that on, fire the car up, or else we probably would have ruined that engine. Now we just got to put all 6 plugs in, drop our coil packs in, remount the balance tube. Pretty simple. Oh, we got to throw a battery in it. So let's make this quick and painless. All fired up, all moved over in its new home. But we also have something else in its new home. Got Gabby's 4-seater. Yes, it's definitely seen better days, but we got a title, so we can make something out of it. But for here, it's gonna sit until we, muster up the strength to take care of it. It's gonna need all new glass and whatnot. So we got a couple spots cleared out, about to pull Hunter Z in, and we're saying goodbye to Blade and Z. Basically, they're gonna try to redo or swap the trans out since I don't really have the means or tooling here, especially to do it all, safely. They're taking that back, and then we're actually going to be driving the slick top down instead of him towing it down. That'll be kind of something to look forward to very soon because I'm very, very excited. Because if you didn't know, we're actually trading work. He does collision repair and body work, paints, all that. And his whole family has Z's. So goodbye, Red 2+2. We'll be back once we take our second delivery because it's starting to rain, unfortunately. So we unfortunately did not get to record when we actually got this thing because we both got absolutely soaked. He even stopped to get a change of clothes before he went back home. It was that bad. I have not been that soaked since I used to ride my bike around town as a kid and ride through water puddles. But we got us, I don't exactly know the year yet. I'm gonna guess a 91. We just picked us up a 91 300ZX. It appears to have some, not necessarily deletes, but some relocations done, which I really like this. I may do this on the slick top since it's, hopefully going to be stored inside once it's all finished up. It's not base shaved, but it is missing nearly everything. We got engine pipes, painted up intake, some E-fans, underdrive pulley. Pretty solid Z. It is wrapped black, as you can tell. It's actually a red Z. It's got some pretty sick wheels on it that I don't know how to pronounce. Adohan, One of them. I couldn't tell you. Came with a KBD bumper and a lip, some clear signals, and well, it's got a rear bumper valance with an aftermarket exhaust. Funny thing is, he actually grabbed one of these tail lights off of me, off of my black Z that I put them on. It's just funny how stuff comes back around. He also bought this upright from me a while back because his sister actually did run into the car or backed into it. That's why it's got a different door and fender. So what I'm honestly thinking about doing is we're gonna take this door, since it is AH3 on the inside. The funny thing is, I was trying to get this myself, but he scooped it up before I did. I seen someone over in Ohio had it for sale. That's where we're at. Oh yeah, the wheel got jacked up, so we bought one, just like a one-off to put on it. Found out you could find the exact same wheel. It's just colored. I'm honestly thinking about putting them on the slick top. So honestly, my goal with this car is not only to get it running. I did notice that it is leaking some oil here, so it's going to need the timing service done. I can only assume so. This coolant temp sensor is going to need replaced. I'm wondering about the cast as well, because the cast is fully advanced. Shouldn't be right there. It should be centered, at least unless it's a 96 NA, then it'll be a little off-centered. But there's plenty of goodies here that we're going to reuse. It's got some coilovers on it. We got a ton of parts in it too. 2+2 tank, front calipers, steel one-piece drive shaft for 2+2, coilovers. I'll probably sell those. ABS unit, a couple radiators. And honestly, my favorite thing out of the lot of everything that was in the trunk that I wasn't aware of is a 74,000 mile cluster. And check this out. Both levers on a manual control pod. That is so sick. As if you didn't know, those are pretty uncommon, especially with the levers. They always break off, and yeah, it's pretty unfortunate. But we also got T-top shades down here, the plenum, because we actually had another motor come with it. Got this rotor here, or these rotors, because there's a knuckle and it has adapter brackets for it. So I'm thinking these are upgraded larger rotors. I don't know, maybe we'll use them on something. I'm really not sure. Definitely a bunch of stuff down here to be second-handed. Don't hesitate to ask me if you guys are after anything, because I'm sure most of you know I do sell parts. I can't keep all this stuff. A lot of this stuff was bought literally for parts. But over here we also got, in the same deal, 2+2 bumper, 2+2 hatch, because I don't know if you remember, this car actually had no glass in the rear. Thankfully I have some quarter glasses at home that we can clean up and, you know, just glue in here ourselves. We're not going to try to make it perfect or anything, because it's going to be Gabby's car unless she really doesn't want it because of all the work it's going to need. Maybe I'll propose it to my buddy Noah and see if we can get him on board with getting on and working on some stuff, because he really wants a 4-seater because he has a family, so he can't have a 2-seater and not bring his daughter with him. Really the main thing here that sucks is this radiator support. The dude absolutely bashed it up. Don't even understand what you could have done to do something like this other than drop a motor on it. I don't know, because this has to be where it's like supposed to be, because this brace, oh, it had to have happened, because if you look at the latch there, that's all peeled back. So maybe we can get away with using a jack, lifting the car up there, maybe straightening some of this out for now. The rail is a little kinked down here, but that should not affect the function of anything. People are too quick to write these things off over stuff like that, when realistically it's not that big of an issue. It is for resale value to someone who wants a really nice Z, but if you're just wanting a Z or wanting to slide a Z, absolutely perfect for that. One of the best parts is it came with T-tops. You really can't tell until you get up close, so we got to seal some of the car up. So feel free to hit me up for anything you're after, and we'll see if we can get you taken care of. I can only ship from USPS, so that's what I'm limited to. Can't ship super big stuff. Now let's get into this Z over here. So we did just try to fire it up. We turned the key, had absolutely nothing, no power. Hooked 2 jump packs up to it, was not enough. Super slow to crank. Kind of has me afraid that maybe the compression's really bad and the rings and the walls are just not lubricated and sliding well. That's worst case scenario though. I'm kind of optimistic here that since this thing literally just died at a stoplight on him and he couldn't ever get it back going, I'm thinking it could be really something easy, or the engine itself could actually maybe have a bent rod, maybe hydro-locked from too much fuel, and it didn't combust it in time, so it just scrunched it and then bent that piston. I don't know, we're gonna have to see. So let's go grab another battery, let's swap that out, let's try to crank this thing over and see what it does. Even with a new battery in and 2 jump packs hooked up, no dice. So we actually kind of retarded the timing here a little bit, got it a little more centered up, plugged in another coolant temp sensor, just hoping that, you know, maybe one of these was goofed up, and still no dice. It sounds like it wants to start. So that tells me maybe we got bad compression, or honestly the way that it hangs up on a couple certain cylinders, like during the crank over cycle, has me wanting to compression test this thing before I go any further, beating my head on the wall, give me a little more of a definitive answer. Because if my cylinders check out above 120 psi, even 100, it should run on 100, just run like crap. But we're aiming for 120 at least, especially on my Harbor Freight tester. Let's pull all these coil packs. We are going to replace these coil packs too. I'm not a fan of these yellow ones, OEM only, especially for stock Z's. Talking about over torque. Real question is, do they got the right kind of plugs in here? Oh my goodness. Either that's an incredibly old plug or that thing is oil soaked. Let's spray it with brake cleaner, no scrubbing, and see what it does. If that's carbon buildup, it's going to stay, but if that's oil, it's probably going to dissolve off. And it did shine up just a little bit, so we're just going to go ahead, pull the rest of them out, and see what we're working with. We've got all 6 plugs out now. We've got the compression tester hooked up to the number 2 cylinder, which was kind of the most suspect one that I've seen. We're going to disconnect our cast, so that way we have no fuel coming out, even though we removed the fuel pump fuse, because there could still be some in the lines or in the rail. Definitely not as bad over on the driver bank. They're not all coated and crap, but they've got like peeling carbon on them or something, which I have to assume is from the overfuel. So best case, the PTU is bad and it's not sparking well. With everything else going on, I'm kind of thinking it's compression. I'm still hopeful though. Over here on the passenger side bank, all black, sooted, and oil soaked. So who knows, maybe this side is functioning properly, but the driver's side is not. Got our jump pack on. Let's crank this thing over. And honestly, we'll know pretty soon if it starts cranking a lot easier without the plugs in and doesn't sound so rough. Help me kind of be a little more optimistic. Oh hey, I just noticed we got Sparco pedal covers. Kind of cool. You can't tell me the battery is that dead. This battery was just starting the car. How is it that dead already? So frustrating. Now I gotta grab the battery out of my daily. Let's hope that goes well. The battery from my daily's installed. Let's see what it gives us. I already see the tester quit moving. As always when compression testing, keep your throttle all the way open so you can squeeze as much air in as possible. Oof. Not good. Even if the Harbor Freight tester reads 30 psi low, that's kind of under where we want it. Yeah, it's not warm too. Obviously we got to go through them all, so yeah, I don't know, this sucks. I feel like this has been like the motto of everything I've done lately. Just bad compression, bad compression, bad compression. Given it's a given with these old Z's. They're getting 30 years old, so, or 40 years old at that matter. Guess we'll be back once we get an idea. We'll write down each of our test results and let you know. I'm going to finish this out for our short. So we went ahead and we put it all back together. Hey look, we got a little spider buddy over here. So basically we just swapped the coil packs back to OEM from the yellow ones, because those yellow ones, I don't know, I assume they're Amazons or something. Stick with OEM, seriously. They were over engineered and they rarely ever go bad. So we literally took the ones out of the pile and in combination with our fully charged battery, cranked the thing over. Well, I'm just gonna leave this up to you guys to decide. What are you thinking? I have no idea even where to start with this thing, not to mention the amount of smoke. I don't know what that is, if it's leaking on the headers or what, man, but that is such an atrocious sound. it's not super consistent, like tap, 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 tap when the RPMs go up, like, you know, rod knock would be. But that is such a loud knocking, tapping noise that it's like, what in the world is going on here? So honestly, I'm wondering if an injector got stuck open. Wash the cylinder. I guess I could check the oil because, oh my gosh, that is so bad. Smells like oil and gas. Definitely shouldn't smell like gas. What in the world is going on, man? Well, safe to say, the Z, womp womp. We got to figure something else out. I'm wondering maybe we take the motor out of the white Z since we know it comped good. Just needs love with new injectors and stuff. I don't know what's been done here. Someone dropped something in the intake or what, but dude, that's bad. Like, that's really bad. I've had some bad sounding Z's, but it just sounds like it's gonna blow up in my face. I was actually scared to rev the thing because I thought it was going to literally explode. I guess instead of sitting here bashing my head on this Z, that silver Z that we worked on a couple months ago is actually gonna be showing up soon, here in the next day or two, which is Carl's Z. The funny thing is, another silver Z is coming back soon. Granted, his wife just broke her foot or ankle in a couple places, so they're not gonna be bringing it as soon as I thought, but Matt's gonna be bringing his Z back, do a couple little odds and ends, paint his calipers up, put a radiator shroud on it, a couple other things. So get to look forward to that. I think for right now, or maybe the remainder of this video, I might start over here on Hunter Z, start tearing it down for the timing kit, checking stuff out, seeing what else I recommend, or, you know, because that's what he asked. He just wanted to know, because this Z has 59,000 miles. He went and found one that has pretty good bones on it. Timing was done 12 years ago, almost 13 years ago, at 47,000. That's such a bummer. Of course, I thought it was going to be some kind of quick flip, and it wasn't. Thankfully, there's a bunch of aftermarket parts on the car, a bunch of other stuff that I can use to recoup my funds. It's starting to sound and look like this is going to be expensive to do. Well, I'm gonna go to Lowe's, grab a couple things so I can work on the house. I've got to do some flooring in the back living room and stuff. I'd like to get it done pretty soon. Need to get some floor patch and whatever. Basically from where there's some missing floor tiles, and I guess we'll be back later this evening once we can start on Hunter Z. Just kidding, we're actually not gonna be working on Hunter Z for this video. I'm gonna show you guys how to set the tensioner timing and stuff and the tensioner gap on a short itself instead of showing you guys another 120K kit, because I've done it like 25 times now. I know it's always going to help the more information or more times you get to see it, but for me, it's like beating a dead horse. I mean, I've just shown it so many times, and I got plenty of well-written videos on how to do that. We did get Carl's Z delivered last night. Right now I'm working on some part sales, at least to post them on Facebook, try to sell some stuff, because honestly, I think my cyst is coming back on my tailbone. My tailbone just feels bruised constantly. I'm getting no relief, and it's been miserable to not only sit, to drive my Z because it's a manual, and to sleep. Sleeping has just not been an option lately, and it's really getting under my skin. So I did kind of record some stuff yesterday. I'm gonna cut like all of it out because it was really just kind of dumb. I edited the previous portion of this video, and we're up to like 17 minutes. And I don't want to make a incredibly long video for no reason. So we'll show you what we did. You guys probably know from the shorts that I've made what I've done, especially at this point in time. I'm going to try to stack up some content where I can, you know, post like every 3 days or whatever while I'm down. If that is the case, I'm just miserable right now. And I still need to keep content pumping out. But here on this 4-seater Z that we got, the same day that we got this Z that turned out to be bad, we got the wheels swapped out, at least with some wheels that I had at the house on an old Z. And, oh, the hatch, that's the other thing. We popped and swapped the hatch. This one's got a glass so we can seal some of the rain out, even though the quarter glasses are missing and all the other windows are down. Noah said he's gonna come by sometime this week after work, so we'll see what he thinks about it. If not, it's probably getting parted, mainly just because all of the radiator support damage in the front. I feel like I showed it way beyond anything other than a drift car. So if I part it, I'll probably let someone have the shell for pretty cheap, depending if they're going to use it for skidding or racing, whatever. I don't know, it's not going to be enough for Gabby. It needs too much work, and she's not going to want to jump in and do all that. But here is the hatch. It does have some holes in it from that spoiler mount. No glass. If you're around Indiana, hit me up. $100 takes it. Get it out of my way. Come say hey. Poet didn't even know it. There's not a whole lot more left for this video other than the fact that we did just hit 5,000 subscribers. It's only been a couple days. We hit 5,000 Sunday morning, and now it's what, Thursday, and we have another 150 subs. You guys have been absolutely killing it lately, and I could not be more thankful or grateful for all of you guys. Thank you guys all for your continued support, all the nice things that you have to say over on Facebook, email, whatever. I really appreciate you guys. I'm gonna go ahead, keep working on all this part stuff so I can try to free up some funds, get some cash flow rolling, especially for my unforeseen downtime. And here we got Carl Z, like I said. We're gonna be pulling the motor out, giving it a full reseal, doing the valve covers, doing the oil pan, all the deletes. Wow. And just get this thing running like a top. He is asking me about NATT swapping, pricing and all that. Not sure if we're gonna go that route yet. We'll see. It's got a higher mileage motor in it. It may be worth it to send it for now until, you know, it gives out, but I just don't want him dumping a bunch of money into it and, you know, maybe starting to hate the chassis if that does happen, because then it's all going to have to come back out, get rebuilt with another block or heads or whatever. And yeah, you guys know the drill. A lot of us hate these cars because we spend too much money on them. Thank you guys for 5,000 subscribers. We're only 850 away from hitting our yearly goal that I honestly set too high, and it's starting to look like we're going to nail it. Thank you guys again, and don't forget to drop a like and subscribe down below. Stay tuned for more content, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.